Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to take a look back at a year of some seriously incredible progress. And then we're going to look forward to what's shaping up to be an even more ambitious future. Today, it's all about the Nasdanika project. We'll dive into the work they've laid down and the bold vision for what's coming next. So yeah, let's jump right in. At the heart of everything we're about to talk about is this one single massive question. We're living in a world of these sprawling databases, super intricate enterprise systems, and now we've got these powerful AI agents showing up. It's a level of complexity that can feel totally overwhelming. But what if there's a better way to manage all of it? And here it is. This is that better way. See, the core idea behind Nasdanika isn't about just piling on more code. It's actually about stepping back. It's about creating models. Think of them like high-level blueprints that let us understand and design and even interact with these crazy complex systems without getting totally lost in the weeds. This one idea, it's the engine that drives everything else.
Okay, so let's start by looking back at 2025. This past year was all about taking that core philosophy and really putting it to the test, moving it from just a powerful idea into a set of practical, real-world tools. In every single sense, it was absolutely the year of the model.
And the momentum? It was really impressive. 25 distinct stories were published, and each one of those wasn't just a blog post, it was a piece of the puzzle, a new exploration, a real step forward. This wasn't just theory, this was a year of intense, hands-on discovery and building.
Now, what's so cool about this slide is the sheer variety you're looking at. This modeling approach wasn't just stuck in one little corner. No way. It was applied to everything from cutting-edge AI frameworks like Semantic Kernel and CrewAI to beastly enterprise tools like Jira, and even to something as personal as your own resume. It just goes to show how incredibly versatile this whole concept is.
So, the first big theme for 2025 was all about tackling the giants of the enterprise world. Imagine you're trying to make sense of a database with 1,000 tables. Instead of just manual guesswork, models were generated to literally visualize these systems. Suddenly, it becomes possible to navigate and query massive Jira projects and SQL databases in a way that actually makes sense.
The second theme? Applying that very same thinking to the absolute cutting edge of AI. So instead of just getting bogged down writing code for AI agents, models were created for frameworks like Semantic Kernel. This means you can actually design complex agentic systems visually. It makes them way easier to understand, to explain, and to build, even if you're not a coder.
And just to prove this isn't only for giant corporate systems, the third theme brought it right down to a personal level. Models were created for managing a super detailed professional history so you could generate tailored resumes on the fly. And even for planning complex trips, turning a messy vacation itinerary into a structured visual plan. It's a brilliant way to show the real-world, practical power of this approach.
Okay, so that was 2025, a year of building a solid foundation. Now let's pivot to 2026 and see how all of this builds into something much, much bigger. The vision for this coming year is this comprehensive idea called the model-based agentic architecture.
So how does this whole thing work? Well, it's a beautifully collaborative system. First, you take all those models we've been talking about and load them into a single unified space. Second, and this is super smart, the entire system is built on Git, the same version control software that developers use. That means every single change is tracked. Third, AI agents get assigned tasks, but, and this is important, only within a secure, limited view of the model. And finally, here's the magic. Both humans and AI agents work together on the exact same models, making changes through Git commits.
This quote just nails the revolutionary idea perfectly. An AI agent is no longer just some tool you run on the side. It becomes a genuine collaborator. It literally checks out the model, does its work, and then commits its changes back to the repository, just like a human team member would. That is a profound shift in how we think about human-AI interaction.
And that right there leads us to the single most important paradigm shift in this entire vision. It's a really simple phrase, but it has massive implications. We need to be bringing agents to the tools, not the other way around.
This slide, right here, this is the aha moment. The standard way everyone thinks about AI agents is, okay, let's package up a bunch of tools and APIs for the agent to use. But the Nasdanika vision completely flips that on its head. It says, no. The tools, the documentation, the command line interfaces that humans already use, we bring the agents directly into that world. The agent learns to live and work in our environment.
So why does this shift matter so much? Well, the benefits are huge. We don't have to reinvent and rebuild everything just for AI. The agents use the exact same workflows we do, which makes them true first-class participants in the work. It lets us assemble these incredibly powerful AI solutions just by plugging agents into the systems we already have and trust.
Of course, an ecosystem this powerful needs great documentation. And get this, not just for humans, but for the agents themselves. The plan for 2026 includes a comprehensive knowledge source, all framed within this idea of the Beyond Diagrams book. And I absolutely love this metaphor they're using to explain the strategy. Think of it like cooking. At the base layer, you've got your reference docs. That's the what. It's your catalog of all the ingredients you have available. The next layer is the online book. That's the how. This is your recipe book, showing you how to combine those ingredients to build solutions. And finally, the printed book is the why, your guide to healthy living, explaining the high-level philosophy of why this approach works so well in the first place.
So as we start to wrap up, let's just pull back and look at the really big picture here. All of these pieces, the models, the agentic architecture, the documentation, they're all building towards one single goal, a truly collaborative future.
What this all boils down to is a unified platform where people and AI can work together seamlessly, with Git acting as that central hub, that source of truth. It's a powerful new way to think about building, where we can co-create these incredibly complex systems right alongside our AI counterparts, all working on the same shared understandable models.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We're always looking for the next big programming language or the next hot framework to be the next revolution. But maybe, just maybe, the real revolution is a fundamental change in how we work. What if it's a new, collaborative architecture that finally allows humans and artificial intelligence to truly build the future together?